Much of the Common Core requires students to read multiple sources before they write. This is a huge instructional shift for elementary school teachers. If you look at both the Park sample items and the Smarter Balance sample items, students will be held accountable to write after they've read multiple sources. So how can you support students reading multiple sources on the iPad? Well, I prefer an app called Scratchwork. Scratchwork is a great tool to allow students to basically take notes while looking at a source at the same time. They can also have multiple sources open and take different notes. When you open up Scratchwork, you see two windows if you are in the landscape view. If you go to a horizontal view, you go back to just your pads, and if you hit down the bottom where you see the word material, you can then go back to your source. Then you can hit Scratchwork and go back to your writing. Under the action buttons, you can add new notes. You can email your notes, email text, print the notes, print web pages. You have different settings. It's a great feature and a great way that teachers can really capture how well that students are closely applying analytical reading skills to sources before they write. They can also use different drawing features, add notes. So with the sketch, they can insert a sketch area. And then they can then draw in that area. So if kids wanted to do different outlines, or different graphic organizers, they can build one right into the app. So let's say, for example, we're going to work on an argumentative essay. Well, the first thing you would have to do is give students the sources. Looking at the items from Smarter Balance, these sources will include both videos and text. So I'm going to click over to my material side and go to the two of the sources. As a teacher, you should have these sources available to your students either in Google Drive or Dropbox, or preferably on your classroom website that they could bookmark and link. So, if the students had the question, should Puerto Rico be the 51st state? As a teacher, you could give them a one source that is an informational text and another source that is a video. I can switch to landscape view, and as I read the text, take notes. If you want to switch back to drawing, then switch back to your writing, you can quickly go back and forth between the two. Story one. And then the students can then go through, read the source, and take notes while they write. Then they finish the notes, they could then go down to story two. And you can give them, again, a second source. Now, for elementary school students, you might want to have these sources available on your classroom website. As you said, I just used a URL shortener or a redirect. So now students can watch a video. If you go to the landscape view, switch over to material, they can watch the video and take notes.
This is the United States of America. It has grown from the original 13 states to now 50. Why is it that no new states have joined the Union since 1959, and which one will be the 51st state? The 51st state in U.S. political discourse is a phrase that refers to areas either seriously or derisively considered candidates for the addition to the 50 states already part of the United States. Before 1959, when Alaska and Hawaii joined the U.S., the term the 49th state was used. Most commonly, the possibility of Puerto Rico becoming the 51st state was discussed as possible outcome of a proposed series of referenda.
So you can see how this can be very helpful and help scaffold the writing process. More importantly, it really teaches students to take notes from multiple sources. This is a key instructional shift for elementary school teachers that we need to prepare students for. I will say it is challenging to find sources for, say, third, fourth, and fifth grade that can be used for argumentative writing or multiple informational text writing. I think as publishers address the Common Core state standards or as websites come out, these sources will appear. But what is great is that with an iPad, you can get a jump start, and using an app such as Scratchwork get students to read multiple sources online.